What is Straight Street? Straight Street is a nonprofit organization in Orlando, Florida that provides food and fellowship to the homeless and poor. They cater to the physical, spiritual, and emotional needs of the people in the city through their activism, awareness, and action. Straight Street runs entirely off of donations and volunteers as they are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Why did we choose Straight Street? One of our group members already had some prior experience working with this organization. From their time there, we decided that the work this group does would be a very good fit for a project focusing on hunger and homelessness. Straight Street not only provides meals to feed the hungry 10 times a week, but they also create a sense of community, belonging, and hope for those that they serve. What service does Straight Street do? Most of the work that is open to volunteers involves arriving before mealtime starts and helping to facilitate by assembling and passing out the prepared meals and any other supplies to the visiting homeless population, including napkins, utensils, cups, care packages, and water. This helps the event run smoothly and efficiently and is what our group will be doing with this organization. What is the purpose of the organization? Straight Street's purpose is to provide consistent support for those facing hunger and homelessness through a weekly food share program. With the support of community members, businesses, service organizations, and churches, Straight Street serves 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner from Monday through Friday, providing over 700 plates each day.
What is the communication style between leader and member? How are the decisions made? Is it hierarchical or is it consensual? Straight Street operates under a hierarchical structure. The leadership hierarchy is as follows: the board of directors, founder and executive director, PJ, who's picture book, associate director, Sika, chef and site supervisor, Karen, volunteer coordinator, Dejanay, and event coordinator. Information is communicated through emails, text messages, and quarterly meetings. What style of approach is taken to get work done? Teamwork is essential. The event coordinator and volunteer coordinator collaborate with the chef to achieve their primary goals: providing quality meals, ensuring timely service, and maintaining the facility. The associate director delegates tasks to the chef. As the site supervisor, she directs the volunteer and event coordinators to complete those tasks, and the chef oversees task execution, ensuring the team effectively completes responsibilities. If needed, the associate director follows up with support regarding training and development. Group collaboration versus individual achievement. In the initial stages, Straight Street took priority over their results versus the method that they used to achieve them. Over time, they refined their methods and they used that information they had to train staff to better execute tasks efficiently and to ensure that they had consistent and improved results. What would you like to see changed within Straight Street? This summer, they would like to see improvements in the drink selection and drink section, such as having new coolers, along with drink mixes and individual beverage items, along with even ice cream for the clients. Summer is usually the most challenging season for them because of the extreme heat that they face, so they want to ensure that they are well prepared so they can make a significant difference in the lives that they serve, because everyone deserves to be treated as human, and just because they don't have access to little sweet treats that are like ice cream at the end of the day, they want to make a difference in that because that can really brighten someone's day. Enacted values and espoused values. What's the difference? So according to the interview we had with the director, Nasika Dixon, the espoused values of Straight Street Orlando are to cater the physical, spiritual, and emotional needs of the poor and homeless in our city. They do this by encouraging and promoting life change through activism, awareness, and action. They all work together in order to make sure the facilities are clean and the people have access to warm meals or cold beverages, and they have access to just a safe place where in those moments they can relax and just enjoy themselves rather than having to worry about making bystanders upset just because they are homeless and are existing in the same public space they are. The enacted values gathered by the staff member coincide with the espoused values of the organization. After getting the chance to work with them in person, these values are reflected in their actions each day. They serve over 700 meals daily, and with essential donations, they are able to help put a large dent in Orlando's hunger epidemic, and they're certainly addressing the physical needs of those they serve. As Straight Street is also working to put in their facility a place where the homeless and poor can shower after they eat, and that they can do more than just go there, have a meal, and be done with it. They are working to help put these people on buses. They're working to help put these people in proper resources so they can get clean, so they can get job interviews. They're helping these people do more than just eat. They're helping these people trying to get their lives better for themselves.
Does the organization overall seem to align their values with their actions? Why or why not? Straight Street is a very close-knit organization, and as such, many of the values that Nasika mentioned and believes in go hand in hand with those of the organization. This organization has created a place where those in need can always be cared for and welcomed without fear of being judged. By striking up conversation and getting to know these regulars on a personal level, Straight Street creates a bond, making it sort of like a found family. What are the specific leadership types shown here? In many nonprofits and service organizations, you may find instances of both transformational leadership and /or service leadership, and Straight Street is no different. There's a hierarchy when it comes to decision making, like what meals are served on which days and who is going to work at which station on a given day. Were there any specific styles of leadership unveiled during your interview/focus group? However, every staff member can be found doing the exact same work as any of the volunteers, highlighting that they are all there for the same purpose, and no one is above doing the work that's necessary. Through leading by the example and using the number of people fed by the main metric for a successful event, Straight Street exemplifies both leadership strategies with every homemade meal served. Which of the 7 C's, if any, did you see revealed through the work of the organization? Every day at Straight Street, the importance of community and group values were on full display. Of the 7 C's, 3 especially stood out: citizenship, collaboration, and common purpose. No matter their hardship or situation, everyone who was fed felt the power of citizenship and that they were all equal members of the community there. Through collaboration, the staff and volunteers relied on each other's individual strengths to make the idea of serving hundreds of meals in an hour not just possible, but a reality. All of this is fueled by one common purpose, an idea that takes everyone, both the staff who work so hard every day and the people who are willing to accept their help and better themselves by coming to these events. The idea that by everyone coming together, we create a better Orlando and a community where everyone is cared for. How can I support Straight Street? So Straight Street is operated by volunteers. There's always a need for more help, either by serving food, plating food, or passing out water, or even cleaning up. Straight Street also takes sponsors or hosts. If you know a business who would like to sponsor or host events to help the community, Straight Street is always looking for help on preparing meals that are large enough to feed an average of 200 people per serving. And if you lack the time to volunteer or have enough money to host a dinner, Straight Street sells merch that helps them. The money goes to food, supplies, to-go boxes, and even bus passes.